It's 7:42 a.m. and you're driving to work, already 5 minutes late. A small amber light flickers on your dashboard. Check engine. Your heart doesn't just sink, it tightens with a cold, familiar fear. Logic is a luxury for those with a comma in their bank balance. You have exactly $42 to your name until the next Friday. You turn up the radio to drown out the sound and you pray. You know that ignoring it is dangerous, but you have no choice. The groceries are thin and the electric bill is already past due. So you convince yourself that the noise isn't getting any louder. 2 months later, the prayer expires on the busy interstate. The engine finally gives up and the metal begins to scream. The original $300 sensor has now shredded your entire transmission. The bill isn't $300, it's $2,000 for the repair and $200 for a tow. You lose $300 in wages for the shifts you missed while stranded. The cost of being broke just became a $2,500 emergency. This isn't bad luck, it is a measurable, suffocating math trap. It is the hidden weight that keeps the middle class in place. We are here to talk about the invisible tax on your existence. We are told wealth is discipline and poverty is a character flaw. Gurus tell you to skip the latte to find your financial freedom. But that ignores the reality of the Boots theory of unfairness. This theory comes from a place of deep, psychological truth. It explains why the bottom stays down while the top stays up. It is the most expensive thing in the world to have no money. Imagine 2 men, one is wealthy and the other is struggling. The wealthy man spends $50 on high-quality, leather boots. They last 10 years because they are built to endure the world. He never thinks about his feet, he never worries about the rain. His $50 investment provides a decade of comfort and security. He has solved a problem once, and he has solved it permanently. The struggling man cannot afford $50, so he spends $10 on cheap ones. The cardboard-soled boots barely last a single winter season. He buys another $10 pair next year, and the year after that. In a decade, the man who was too poor has spent $100 on boots. He spent double what the wealthy man did, yet his feet are wet. He is $50 poorer, and his life is significantly more miserable. This is the poverty premium, the tax paid for a lack of capital. It is the reason your hard work never seems to change the balance. You are paying for the privilege of not being able to afford quality. This dynamic is everywhere, creating an invisible, heavy friction. If you have $50, you buy bulk toilet paper for 50 cents a roll. If you have $4, you buy the single roll for $1.50 at the store. You are paying 3 times the price for the exact same item. Over a year, those small leaks turn into a massive flood of waste. You are being punished for your inability to buy in bulk. It applies to laundry detergent, diapers, and even basic canned goods. Your personal inflation rate is higher than a millionaire. The less you have, the more the world charges you to survive. The banking system is designed to treat your struggle as profit. If you have $10,000, the bank gives you a dedicated manager. They waive your fees and they offer you tools to grow faster. If you have $20, the bank simply waits for you to stumble. A forgotten $25 charge hits, and they slap you with a $35 fee. They take money from the people who have the least of it. You effectively borrowed $5 for a day at an interest rate of 700%. This math is so predatory it would be illegal on the street. But in the corporate world, it is called a standard service fee. The rich get paid interest, the poor pay for the privilege of debt. It is a wealth transfer disguised as an administrative necessity. Every fee you pay is a brick in someone else's mansion wall. There is a cognitive tax called the scarcity mindset. When you worry about rent, your functional IQ drops 13 points. That is the same as losing a full night of deep sleep. Your brain enters a survival mode where long-term plans die. You cannot think about 5 years from now when today is a fire. The prefrontal cortex literally loses its ability to strategize. This is why the trap leads to decisions that look stupid. Taking a 400% interest payday loan feels like the only exit. Buying a lottery ticket feels like the only viable investment. It is not a lack of intelligence, it is a lack of bandwidth. The rich man saves the mental energy of not worrying about his feet. He uses that mental space to build, to learn, and to grow. The ultimate expression of this theory is modern housing. Renting is 100% interest, with zero hope of building equity. You are paying for a roof you will never actually own. You pay the landlord's mortgage plus a profit for their pocket. You are effectively buying a house for someone else to keep. The barrier to entry, the down payment, is the ultimate wall. You are trapped paying $2,000 for what would cost $1,200 to own. The system keeps you liquid poor, so you can never buy the asset. You are renting your shelter, your money, and your precious time. Think about the time spent at a laundromat versus a home washer. Think about the time spent taking the bus versus a reliable car. Poverty steals hours from your day, and time is the only true wealth. By stealing your time, the trap steals your future potential. You cannot start a side business when you are waiting for the bus. You cannot study for a degree when you are working 3 jobs. The friction of being broke is a 24-hour-day exhaustion. It is a cycle designed to keep you exactly where you are. It is a machine that consumes your energy and produces zero net gain. Understanding this math is the only way to find the exit. You have to realize that the world is not working in your favor. You have to see the trap before you can begin to dismantle it. Your best investment isn't a stock, it is killing these penalties. A 24% interest credit card is a debt you must vanish forever. No index fund in the world can outrun that level of interest. The first step isn't getting rich, it is building a liquid buffer. That first $1,000 is a weapon used to destroy the poverty premium. It is the most difficult $1,000 you will ever have to save. With $1,000, a flat tire is an annoyance, not a life crisis. With $1,000, you can buy the bulk goods and stop the store leaks. You can fix the small drip before it ruins the entire foundation. You have to get angry at the math and notice the daily leaks. Every late fee is a predatory strike against your future self. Every convenience charge is a tax on your lack of planning. Stop trying to feel normal by spending your small surplus. The system wants you to treat yourself to keep you in the cycle. They want you to buy the $10 boots every year forever. Buy the boots that last so you never have to buy them again. Stop playing the game by their rigged, expensive rules. It requires a period of radical, uncomfortable sacrifice. You might have to live like you are broke, even when you have a bit. You have to value your freedom more than your temporary comfort. You have to buy back your time and your mental bandwidths. Once you have the buffer, the math starts to work for you. You stop paying fees and start earning tiny bits of interest. The friction begins to disappear and the momentum shifts. The transition from a scarcity mindset to an abundance one is slow. It takes years to stop hearing the rattling noise in your head. But once the light on the dashboard stays off, you can breathe. You can finally look at the horizon instead of your own feet. You can make decisions based on where you want to go. The trap is real, but it is not a life sentence if you fight it. Understand the cost, identify the leaks, and plug them one by one. The world won't make it easy, but the math doesn't lie. You deserve to wear the boots that actually last. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.